So let's start with introductions. I'm Dr. Tahita Bronner, your naturopathic doctor, and I practice natural holistic medicine. I'm the founder and CEO of Goodness for Life Center. I have 40 years of experience in healthcare, and I started my career as a cardiovascular ICU nurse back in the 1980s. And most recently, I obtained my 4-year doctorate in naturopathic medicine from the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut in 2013. So as a part of our community outreach at Goodness for Life Center, we created a Facebook group back in February, and we're honored to have over 650 members now and still growing. So if you haven't joined our group already, please feel free to invite other women like yourselves who are interested in living a healthier lifestyle. So we share information daily that we know is very helpful to many people. And we meet the first Saturday of the month, which is today. We've been doing this for over a year now, and we talk about different health topics. So I'm going to drop the link into the chat for the Facebook group, just in case you haven't joined already. I'm going to drop that link in there for you, and you can sign up. Okay. And so again, you want to be sure to stay to the end for the special offer and free gifts. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay, so our learning objectives for today is to, first of all, understand what the health risks are that are associated with obesity and being overweight, because that should really be the most important thing to us. And it should be our reason for wanting to do it and be successful and keep it off so that we can live healthy and take care of the only place that we have to live, which is our bodies. And then we're going to learn the difference between dieting and why dieting usually doesn't work and why healthy lifestyle changes do. And they're much more sustainable than a diet. And then we'll learn about what those behavioral changes are that are sustainable for life. Okay. So the first thing you want to note is that, when the term obesity versus overweight is based on the BMI scale. So if your BMI is between 25 and 30, then it falls within the overweight range. But, that's like a cookie cutter way of defining what it is. But everyone is an individual. And so maybe having a BMI of less than 25 doesn't look good on you, and, based on your own body structure. So that's, but we're just going to go on what the science says when it comes to obesity and being overweight. So let's go through that slide first before I switch over. So losing weight can help reduce all of these risks that are associated with obesity, like sleep apnea, can cause you to snore heavily at night and stop breathing during your sleep. And it can cause daytime sleepiness and make heart disease and stroke more likely. So weight loss can often improve sleep apnea. And it can improve if you have COPD and you're obese, you're making it worse with excess weight because it takes more work for your lungs to breathe when you have COPD, and having that excess weight just makes it even worse. So these are just some of the primary obesity-related health risks related to your lungs. And then your heart, heart disease can, we know that when we're obese, that our bad cholesterol and triglycerides levels are usually higher. And it's more important for you to have the HDL cholesterol for removing that bad cholesterol to reduce the risk of heart disease. It can cause your blood pressure to rise because obese individuals require more blood supply to your heart, and it takes more work for your heart to properly function when you have a lot of excess weight. So losing weight can help to improve your blood pressure, prevent heart attack, and it also can help to reverse, and prevent diabetes. Okay, so just losing a few pounds can lower your risk of pre-diabetes turning into diabetes. Or if you've already been diagnosed with diabetes, just losing weight can help reverse it. And there are many, many proven scientific studies that show that. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more later as well. And then you have conditions like infertility and PCOS. Obese women have poor reproductive outcomes. When you have a lot of weight, you can have a poor fertility prognosis, and PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome, is the leading cause of infertility. So you want to keep these things in mind as your driver for wanting to lose weight and maintain it for a lifetime. All right. I'll go to the next slide. Now, what are some of the other advantages of losing weight? Um, you know, your quality of life is so much better, and we all know this. When we're overweight, we may have difficulty walking. Um, we want to exercise, but the excess weight makes it even harder to exercise. Just bending down and tying your shoes may be difficult, or being able to do a full squat because of your knees, having osteoarthritis, which, your knees are carrying the brunt of your entire body weight. So just the force of that excess weight on your knees is very harmful. So losing weight can help with, all of these types of things. Just your normal daily function, you're just walking up the stairs, having excess weight can cause you to become winded and short of breath going up the stairs. So there's just so many benefits to losing weight that will improve your quality of life and improve how you feel about yourself as well. Your not only your inner self, but your outward appearance as well. Okay. So obesity is an epidemic in this country, and it's because, well, here it says 2 out of 5 adults in the United States are living with obesity. And for most people, it is difficult to keep it off because we'll lose it and we'll gain it right back again. And it's because of unhealthy food choices that we make. It's because there's a larger um, food crisis going on, wherein, most of the majority of foods are processed foods that we find in the supermarket that are unhealthy. They're loaded with sugar and salt and unhealthy fat, and they're the cheaper food options. So eating healthy is always a challenge when it comes to buying the right food. And then there's fast food everywhere all over this country. So it's a major contributor to why so many people are obese in this country. So what are the challenges to weight loss? First of all, it's starting and stopping. Um, it's hard to stay on track. We start and then we don't see results fast enough. We want after a week, we want to get on the scale and lose 10 pounds. Well, it doesn't work that way. It took more than a week for you to gain all of that weight, right? It may have taken months or years. So our expectations for weight loss, we have to be patient, and we have to know that we're doing this for the long haul. It's not something that we can just think that it's going to happen overnight. So the key is to not give up, but we often give up because it is so hard. We want to go back to our comfort zone. We lose the weight, and then we say, well, now what? So now I can fit back into my clothes, but maybe I was trying to lose weight for the wrong reasons. So when I get there, if I reach my target, I'm still not satisfied because there's something else going on within me that is not a lifestyle change, but it was something that was a quick and fast thing. So we also fall for those quick weight loss schemes, and they typically don't work either. So there's so many reasons why it's so hard to lose weight, but we're going to change that now. So because we have to understand that when we go on a diet, we start the diet and then we feel we're restricting calories, we're restricting our sugar and salt intake, and then we feel deprived, and then we start craving those things, after it may even be after a couple weeks, and we can't, we just give in after that. And then after we give in, we feel so guilty about it, and then you say, well, I'm going to start again next week. Or maybe we get to the point where we decide we're not going to start again because it's just too hard. And we just want the easy way. We want the comfortable way of living. So that's why diets don't work, but lifestyle changes do. And that's the focus of our discussion today. We're going to focus on health and self-healing. Those are lifestyle changes based uh, versus focusing on our physical appearance. It's not just about trying to look good or fit and or trying to attract someone to us. It's all about inner health and inner self-healing. Um, Lifestyle changes are sustainable and they result in long-lasting results. So diets are usually short-term. We, we may lose the weight on that diet, and then, it just doesn't last. And then lifestyle changes will also account for individual needs and preferences versus a one-size-fits-all approach. Like going on that, there's all kinds of crazy diets out there that, that everyone is supposed to be able to do, and everybody lose weight, but it doesn't work that way. We're all different, and we all have different rates of metabolism. We all are different ages. So there's no just one size fits all approach when it comes to weight loss. We have to look at ourselves as individuals, and we all have individual needs and preferences. And then lifestyle changes are also based on scientific research. There's so much evidence out there that shows how lifestyle changes are safe and effective in weight loss, whereas diets are usually dangerous and unhealthy. So we're not going on a diet. We're going on a sustainable lifestyle that is going to keep us healthy from now to the rest of our lives, right? So what's the biggest mistake that people make when it comes to losing weight? So what we do is we set a date. We say, well, when by the time my birthday gets here, I'm going to have lost, 10, 20 pounds and, you know, and or I'm going on a cruise and um that cruise date is the 7th and I'm going to lose all this weight before I go on the cruise. And then once we get on the cruise, we gain the weight back in a week because we ate everything on the boat, right? So when we set a goal date, it's like, okay, I made it, and now I can just go back and do whatever I want again. Or I start eventually picking up the same old bad habits and unwise choices that I used to make. And I end up going back to that. So if you're losing weight as a lifestyle change, then it's no end date to it. We have to change our way of thinking about it. So we're going to go through what I call the 21-day kickstart plan. It's a 3-step weight loss plan for you to get the professional help that you need to lose the weight and keep it off, and to learn how to stop dieting and to change your lifestyle. So the 3-step plan is to first understand the psychology of weight loss, understanding what your mindset is, and then taking control of your environment, not allowing your environment to control you. And then after you've done that, being able to make the behavioral lifestyle changes that you need to be successful for sustained weight loss. So let's go through those steps now. So step 1 is to understand your mindset. What's the psychology of weight loss? Well, the first thing is that you have to believe in yourself and you have to know that you can do it and keep it off this time. So, because there's no greater power than the power of God within you. So, when we submit to that power that's within us, that can heal us, that can give us perfect health and self-healing, we have to know and believe that that is going to happen. If we think that, oh, well, I've based on, you know, all these years I've been trying to lose weight, all this time, and I haven't been successful, and I just don't believe I can do it based on my previous results. But you have to be able to see past that. You have to see yourself being the healthy individual that you want to be. You have to see yourself and know that you can get there. Know that God within you has the power to help you. That's the greatest power, more than help from me, from the group, or anything else. You have to believe it within yourself. That's the very first step to being successful, because if you believe you can, you're right. And if you believe you can't, you're also right. So make the right choice and say, I believe that I can, and then know it. So that's what this program is going to help you with. And then you have to define your ultimate why. So if you're losing weight for all the wrong reasons, which are superficial, um, you know, because I'm trying to, I know I want to look my best, but it has to go deeper than that. So that may be on my list of the reasons why I want to lose weight, because in my closet, I have all these beautiful dresses that are a size small. Maybe they're between a 6 to an 8. And now I'm a 10 or 12 and I can't get into them. And it's beautiful, expensive clothes. And I would like to get back into my clothes. That may be one reason. And then another reason may be that, I'm trying to do it for my husband. I want to be more attractive to my husband. And, you can list all of your different reasons, but then you want to define what the ultimate reason is, which should be for your health. It should be for maintaining the God's temple, which is, like I said, the only place where you really have to live. So cleaning up yourself from within, That should be the most important, but you have to define what your ultimate reason is. And once you understand what your ultimate reason is for losing the weight and keeping it off, then you'll understand if it's important enough to you, then you're going to achieve your goals. Okay. Now, step two, after we've made our minds up that this is what we're going to do and why we should do it, why it's so important, then we have to control our environment. We have to lose the things that are no longer serving us as we're moving and shifting from one form of obesity and overweightness to health. All right. So we can't take baggage with us. We have to lose those things that are the unhealthy choices that we used to make. So we have to not let our environment control our thinking. We may be living with other people in our house, of course, maybe our husband, our children, and they're just not on the same page. You're trying to make the change, but you have to control your environment uh, and control your and what goes into your house that you live in. So if everyone else, if you can't influence them to make this healthy lifestyle change with you, then you have to really, make sure that you're not influenced by them, but they're influenced by you. So you have to be the role model, is what I'm saying, is that you have to be the role model, the person in your household that is doing the right thing. So that is by your actions are what's going to impact everyone else, not by what you say, but what you do, what you eat, what they see you eating, and that's going to make the difference, all the difference in the world. Because if you don't, then all of the bad stuff that's in your house you're going to eventually break down and eat it. Okay. If you see everybody else doing it's just like if you're trying to stop smoking cigarettes, but you're in a bar where everybody's smoking, then that's not the environment for you to be in if you're trying to get out of that environment and move up to a higher level. If you're having problems drinking alcohol, then why would you be with people who are drinking? So you have to be able to control. And so it's the same principle when it comes to healthy food. All right. And not letting people, places, and things control you. All right. Even what you're watching on television, commercials, totally bad influence from everything from pharmaceutical drugs to restaurants to fast food places and everything else. So what this program is going to help you to do is to elevate your level of consciousness to a higher level where self-healing and wholeness resides. So it's taking you from the place where you are now inside of your consciousness and moving you up to a higher level where healthy people live. It's a vibrational frequency that we're all energy. And so when we're living at that lower vibrational frequency, we're not making the healthy choices that we need to make to be able to, we have to at least think in that direction to be able to move there. So we want to actually pick up, we want to leave all the baggage behind, and we want to actually change our vibrational address to a higher state of thinking and being. Okay. So don't take any baggage with you, because if you take the baggage with you, then you're going to end up opening up that baggage and repeating the same cycle over again and dropping back down. So in order to stay in that state of perfect health and well-being, you have to actually move there. All right. So we're going to talk about that. That's going to be a major part of our program. So, and then after you've changed your mindset, and after you've changed your vibrational frequency, to where health is, then you're going to be able to make the healthy choices that you need to make. So think of the 2190 rule. The 2190 rule states that it takes 21 days to make a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, but we're going to be making good habits. And then it takes 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle change. So the 21 days is just to get you to kickstart you into, if you do something consistently without error for 21 days straight. And if we set that as our goal, then we're going to be more successful in making it to those 90 days where we can be the beginning of that lifestyle change after 3 months. All right. So if you can commit to it, do it for 21 days, it's going to be a habit. And then the next 90 days should be smoother sailing for you. Make it become a part of your lifestyle. So during this habit formation, you'll get the professional help that you need, you'll get educational guidance, group support, accountability, and everything else. Accountability is everything because, when you get on the scale and you don't have to show it to anyone, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you get on the scale and you see that you gained weight this time, you're not going to want to share that with the group, because you made a commitment. When you make the commitment to yourself, you're also making the commitment to the group. So you don't want to be embarrassed to, so it helps you to be accountable when you have to be accountable to others. All right. So group support and accountability is very important for actually creating lifestyle changes. So during the 21 days, you want to learn, you need the education to know what to eat and what not to eat. You need to understand what processed foods are and what all the harmful ingredients are on the food labels. So being able to read a food label and really understand that's not healthy for me and I need to put it back on the shelf. But we're going to learn how to make healthy food choices that are fruits and vegetables, and how to eat healthy without meat. We don't require meat at every meal, which some of us think, well, if it doesn't have meat, it's not a meal. So you're going to learn about plant-based proteins and just how to prepare foods that are good for you and taste good at the same time without feeling like you're deprived. All right. And then another thing you have to know is when to eat and when not to eat. So that's always a big question. So some people think, well, I have diabetes and I'm on insulin and I'm taking my insulin. I have to eat every 3 hours, they teach you. But we're going to learn the opposite of that. We're going to learn how controlling your diet and a healthy lifestyle is what should influence whether you need to take that insulin or not. It shouldn't be the other way around. I'm taking insulin, so I'm going to eat. It should be, I'm eating right, and now I don't need to take the insulin or the metformin or whatever else that we're on, or the high blood pressure medication. All right. It's a reversal of psychology there. And then when we eat, learning how to eat mindfully. And that's always a problem that I've had, is I eat too fast. I don't like to eat cold food. So, I want to eat it hot and I want to eat it fast. And if it gets cold, I don't want to eat it. But that's my psychology. So we all have to find what it is that's causing us not to eat mindfully. Maybe it's because you have the television on, or you've got your phone and you're on your phone while you're eating. Somebody calls you and, rather than telling them, well, I'm eating right now, can I call you back? So all these distractions while we're eating occur, and sometimes we finish eating and we don't even know that we ate. And then we're ending up eating more afterwards because we weren't conscious while we were eating. So we're going to learn about mastering mindful eating as well. So for next steps, now, of course, we all think, well, we've got it under control. We could just do nothing and just hope that things change eventually. I'll lose the weight, but my health is not a priority for me right now, and we'll just keep on the same path. All right. Now, is that a healthy decision or unhealthy one? Or you could try and do it on your own, which we all try to do, and many of us are not successful. And that's why we have the obesity crisis in this country, right? So the other decision you could make is to sign up for my solution to receive the professional help you need, the accountability that you need, the group support that you need, the education that you need to do it and make it a lifestyle change so that we don't have to go back down this road again, ever. All right. So the original value of the lose weight and keep it off program was $250. But because you're a part of Goodness for Life Center and we're doing this together, and I want everyone to participate, I'm giving away this program for only $199. It's for that 21 days in which we're going to create those healthy habits that we need to lose weight and keep it off for good. So if you sign up within the next 24 hours, and I'm going to drop this link in the chat box as well. So you can go here and sign up for the program. And this program is going to, we're going to meet on a regular basis. We're going to weigh ourselves. We're going to do so many different things together. And we're going to give each other support that we need. So you can go there. I just dropped the link in the chat box, and you can go there and book your appointment within the next 24 hours to get the rate of $199. And when you think about it, we spend $199 on our hair and our nails, and we go out to a restaurant and we spend $200 easily if we're taking our family with us and eat unhealthy foods. Or, there's so many different things that we could spend $199 on in a minute. But when it comes to our health, what's more important, you know? So you have to decide. You have to make the right choices for you. And, and it starts with knowing and believing that you can do it, and taking the opportunity when you have the opportunity to get help, to take advantage of that. Okay. Because I think that, when we ignore opportunities to help ourselves and we keep on the same path of destruction, it's, it's a betrayal of ourselves. We should be conscious enough to want to protect God's temple. This is that God lives within us, and this is the only place that God has to live is within us. And so we want to feel that we're worth protecting. That's the way we should feel. And we shouldn't betray ourselves when it comes to our own health and healing. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think that's my last. Oh, wait. So as I said in the beginning, my free gift to you is if you do sign up within the next 24 hours, then you're going to receive a free 20-minute one-on-one consultation with me. And we'll address any of your individual health concerns prior to moving on to the group plan. So you'll need to book that appointment when you go to the same link that I just posted on the chat. If you book your appointment there, you'll see that there's a free consult for between June the 5th and June the 9th, because our program starts on the 10th. It starts on Saturday, the 10th, and it goes for 21 days, which would be to the end of the month, right? So I want to thank you for joining, and I'm going to turn the recorder off now and open it up for questions and answers, and we'll stop recording.